Welcome back to day 7 of 24 days of personal branding and the 100th episode of the PrettyAF Powerhouse Podcast. So, how do you make decisions? How do you hire people that align with your vision and will be excited to work with you? How do you attract people that have the same interests and goals in mind and just connect with you? You have to have core values. Today, you're going to get clear on what your core values are and how to use them to show up authentically and attract your dream clients, customers, and team members. So, if I look like I've been crying, it's because I have been. Yesterday, there was a shooting at my college, where I went to school, where my brother went to school, where my fiance and a lot of my friends went to school at UNLV. And it's the second bigger shooting here in Nevada. And I think so often with these types of things, we realize how much power one person has, right? Because one person decided to shoot up a school. Several are left dead. A lot of people are left frightened. Their families, their friends are impacted. The whole community is impacted. And I think a lot of times we feel like what we do are how we can impact the world or the people around us doesn't matter or isn't big enough. But if you think about it from the negative side, what one person can do, that means there's also the positive side of that, right? So if one person can make that much harm so quickly, imagine what you can do to make a positive impact over the span of your entire life. Because I teach personal branding, I think a lot about people's impact and their legacy that they're going to leave. And when I see someone choose to do something like this, I wonder what their legacy they want to leave is. I often think it's that they want revenge for something, they're mad about something. They see it as a very quick way to become famous, become known. Their name is all over the news, national news. But when you have your core values, which is what we're talking about today, it gives you the clarity on what you want to be known for, what kind of impact you want to create. And pretty much all of the people that I work with, I teach, I help, they want to make some type of positive impact on the world. They want to share their gifts with the world. They want to leave the world a better place than when they got here. I know that's what I want. I want more people doing what they love, feeling fulfilled. So when I have kids and they grow up, hopefully they won't hear the story that you have to just work a crappy job that you hate until you die. Or think that the way to get noticed is by doing something terrible. So I'm going to get into this lesson of figuring out your values. And I just hope that it reaches people that are here to make a positive impact and will use it for that. Because I think people that don't have good core values, such as a shooter, right? They almost have more of a confidence and entitlement than people that do have good values that could be making a positive impact on the world, but maybe they don't have the confidence to do it, right? I know for a long time, I didn't show up online in the way that I knew I could or create the things that I knew I could because of confidence, because of people talking down to me, saying negative things about me, and me letting that stop me from making a positive impact in the world. But we can't let the negativity of others dim the light of what we're here to do. And I would love to see more people that are good build the companies that are successful, be the leaders that our kids deserve, and that I wish were around when, like, I was growing up, right? So, all right. So, what are personal values? So, they're a set of beliefs that differentiate good and bad for you. They're in your community, in your culture, in your society. They basically form your mindset. And you, a lot of times you create them growing up, the people that you grow up around, the communities that you're in. And so a lot of times you'll have similar ones to your parents or your primary caregivers, to your siblings, to teachers you have around you or other authority figures, your friends, your community. The religion you're in will definitely impact your values. Different cultural experiences you've had will also impact your values. So your values are what inform your decision making, your leadership style, how you move, how you do things, how you make decisions. And being clear on them is going to help you be able to show up more authentically, make decisions that are more impactful for you. And it'll help you if you need to create any type of boundaries in your life, to be able to verbalize them and do that and know what's important to you and why. Also, we have personal values and we have business values. When we're talking about a personal brand, in my opinion, they're going to be what your personal values are, because it's you as a person. If you also have a separate company, you might have separate values, but a lot of your personal values and the values of the company would probably be the same. So today we're going to talk about mainly personal values But a lot of this, if you're trying to figure out your business values, it's going to be a pretty similar process. Let's see. So getting clear, like I said, on your values is going to help make decisions easier, to be more authentic, to understand yourself. And a big thing with when we're building companies and offers and things like that, when we are clear about our values, and that shows up in what we're doing and how we work and the things that we offer, then we'll be able to bring on people that have similar values. So they might have the same core values as us or a lot of the same ones. And and if you work at a company or you've worked at a company in the past and you have the same or similar core values, then a lot of times it's going to just be a lot better of a fit, and you're going to be a lot more invested because the things that you care about is what the company cares about. And by you working there, you're creating an impact on the things that you care about. And so within your own company, if you can bring in people that that's the case as well, they're going to be a lot more passionate about what they're doing. They're going to care about the things they're putting together. This is a big thing with, I consider everyone I work with pretty AF inside and out. And that is a big part because I feel like they're doing something good in the world. They're creating a positive impact in the world. And that's what I want to help amplify. Right? I'm sorry, my nose is just running now. So my one tip for when you're, so today we're going to create what your, I would say 2 to 7, maybe, probably 5 core values are for your personal brand. We're going to walk through how to create them, how to choose them, and then what to do with them. Okay. So my one tip when you're doing this is once you have your core values, or if you're kind of narrowing them down, make sure you write your own definition for what that value means, how you bring it into use. Because if I say, for example, quality is a core value, then what I think of what quality is might be very different from what you think it is. So if you want to be able to get your clients and customers on board with what your core values are, you have to have the same definition of what they are. So let's get into how to figure out what your core values are. If you sign up for this program, which it's completely free, you just need to put your name and your email, and I'll put the link to that in the description. Then you'll get a list in the workbook of a bunch of potential values. So I'm going to read through some of them, but there'll be a more extensive list there. So then you can just read through them and circle the ones that resonate with you, write down any others that come to you, basically brainstorm different ones that you're like, yes, that is important to me. Any of the ones that you're like, don't really care about that, or it's just not something I prioritize or I don't agree with, then leave that one out. So I'm just going to read some of them to start giving you an idea of what values look like. But again, in the workbook, you'll get a more extensive list. So acceptance, accomplishment, accountability, accuracy, and also think about what it is you're offering, what it is you're doing in the world, because that might affect which ones you're going to choose. For example, accuracy, if your offer is something that requires accuracy, then that might make it bumped up to being included in your core values. And just because something doesn't make your core value list doesn't mean it's just not important to you at all. But you're not going to basically prioritize it and teach about it within your company. And so keep that in mind as well. Because if you have too many core values, like you can't prioritize everything in the world. So these are kind of more things to help guide you to know what to focus on and to prioritize. These are the most important things. Being present, productivity, professionalism, prosperity, purpose, quality, realistic, reason, focus, freedom, friendship, fun, balance, beauty, growth, hard work, community, compassion, confidence, connection, consciousness, consistency, integrity, intelligence, intensity, status, strength, success, joy, justice, kindness, credibility, decisiveness, dedication, dependability, determination, moderation, trust, trustworthy, unity, passion, patience, organization, peace, performance, persistence, playfulness, poise, potential, power, ethical, welcoming, wealth, winning, wisdom, wonder. So that gives you an idea of some of them, but the full list will be in the workbook, like I said. So write down any that came to you, write down any that you know are definitely values of yours. Write down, and then you can highlight in the actual workbook any that stand out to you. So these questions will help give you more clarity as well. Think about the people that you admire. So this could be celebrities, friends, families, acquaintances, and what qualities or values do they have that you admire? So if I think about my mom, she is always very present. And that is a quality that I admire in her. She's also always very positive and looks for the good in everything. That is also a quality I admire. She's also very kind. Kindness is something that's really important to me. So just think about whether it's family or friends or someone you look up to. So like if I think about one of my coaches, Azalee Reeves, I admire what she's built. I admire that she's built everything herself. She didn't come from money or come from a business that was given to her. She created it from the ground up. I admire that she's pivoted when it made sense to her. She was brave enough to do that. I admire that she's consistently shown up and gone after what she wants. I admire that she's a mom and a business owner, that she has that balance. So just think about different people like that. that you admire or consider like someone you like, or however you want to word it, and what are the qualities that you admire about them, and then think about what value goes with that. Think about your hard experiences. So anything hard that you've been through, and what values did they teach you? So maybe it's resilience, maybe it's being cautious, maybe it's kindness or empathy, or I don't know, something like that. Think about your favorite memory. So whether it's in business, your favorite moments, personal, think about your favorite moments, things that you look back to fondly, and think about what it is that makes it so special to you. And then think about a value that goes along with that. So I know anytime I've traveled, that is a positive memory for me. And I think the values that go with that are adventure, connection, because a lot of times when we're traveling, we're like actually talking and not on our phones and not working. Presence. So think about that too, maybe even playfulness, because you're not so serious, right? If you think about some of your favorite business moments, I know for me, it's when I've had clients that like finally get that light bulb moment or finally hit their goal and they start believing in themselves. So maybe impact is a value that's important. Like helpfulness, accuracy, honesty. So just think about those types of things. And then I want you to also think about companies or people that you've worked with. So that could be like you love Starbucks, or you love Target, or you love your Pilates studio, or you love a certain coach, like I was talking about Azalee earlier. And think about what it is that you enjoy about them. You can also do this with ones you don't like to get an idea of, okay, I don't like that. And that might give you some clarity too. So, for example, I love a reformer Pilates studio here, and it's very like, I would say it's high vibe. It's very custom. It's very hands-on. It's very girly as well. I'm not sure if that would be a value, but beauty, maybe. It's a very beautiful space. It has that connection because it's such a small group. It feels like you feel taken care of. So maybe something like that. I also love like Whole Foods because they have a lot of things that I can eat. So I think inclusiveness could be one. Variety, maybe. Cleanliness, depending on what you do. You know, if you own a restaurant or something like that, cleanliness might be one. Or attention to detail. If you own like a maid service, maybe it's attention to detail, cleanliness, clean products. So that could be a value, that you value taking care of the earth and clean products, and not having those harsh chemicals in your home. So once you narrow down, once you have your full list, combine anything that's related. So a lot of times we'll have multiple words that are kind of all mean the same thing. So group them and then create or choose one of the words that you think encompasses all of those, so that you don't have multiple ones that are like pretty much mean the same thing. And then if you have more than 5, well, more than 7, I guess I would recommend 5, but you can do like 2 to 7 maybe. If you have more than that, then I would prioritize. If you had to get rid of one of these, like which one would it be? And then do it again until you have less than 7, or 7 or less. And then, so officially decide what your values are. And then I want you to, hopefully you have this with everything else you've done. So we're going to end up putting it all together. But also keep it in your forefront. So a lot of people will put it on posters and print that out, or they'll put it on their website, or you can put it, if you have any type of training materials for your team, you could put it there. So you just want to keep this at the forefront so that it's not an afterthought or something you like forget about. So yeah, so now you should have your core values, and that is going to help guide you in other decisions that we're going to make throughout this program. So thank you for bearing with me through the tears and all. This is, it's never fun when bad things happen in the world. But hopefully this will help more good things happen in the world. That's all I have today. I will see you tomorrow in the day 8. If you haven't signed up for the actual challenge yet and you want the workbook, you want the replays, be sure to do that. It's completely free. And if you want more customized support, if you want my eyes on which values you're choosing, and all the different elements of your personal brand and helping you create that, helping you with your digital marketing next year, then I encourage you to apply to work with me in 2024. We have 2 one-on-one spots with me, which is a mentorship and a done for you service. So it's the top tier. You're going to be taken care of. You're not going to have to do much. And you're going to walk away from the year with your built out personal brand and digital marketing systems. If you want more of a community atmosphere, you want to do things yourself, but you just need guidance and support and my eyes on everything you're doing, then I encourage you to join my mastermind Karma. There's 8 spots in that. So, and for either one, you would just fill out the application and book a call with me. It's completely free to book it. And then we'll just chat about which option makes the most sense for you, or if either one does, or if there's someone else maybe I recommend for you based on your specific situation. I'll be happy to point you in the right direction either way. So that is everything we have today. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining.